ready to get underway with game number 4. DauT, 1 game away from losing, or maybe 1 game away from beginning a reverse sweep. It's going to have to start here because B can taste victory. He can taste an early end to his day and $500 more being pocketed into his PayPal account. But if he wants it, he's going to have to best Deli. An S-tier Civ here as the HRE on Altai.
Yeah, HRE is like a B tier Civ, and then you get 3 relics, and it's an S++ tier. So it kind of depends from game to game if HRE is a, S++ or just a B tier Civ. So it's kind of up to both players to, decide what a ranking the HRE is. Regarding the relics, very good for DauT. Probably can't really ask for better, honestly. This map, like I said, is very small from player to player. And that obviously forces the relics to kind of spawn. If they spawn in the middle, they're actually very close to your base. So if you look, he has a save back relic. And the 2 relics in the middle are super close. That's almost a screen away. So if there is a game where you can quickly pick up relics, or sorry, for B, not DauT, it's definitely this one. And he has 1 relic that's a bit farther away in the other corner near the market. So even if one of the middle ones gets denied, he can just pick up both cornered ones and 1 in the middle, and he's good to go.
Well, like you said, HRE B tier Civ. Kind of seems fitting that the guy called B is going to try and win a series with it, especially against that S tier Civ. This generation overall, like outside of the talk around the relics, we have to look at a bit at like, how everything's spawned. He did get a good one. We were talking about how deer tend to be very weirdly compacted, and we can see that. A pristine example of that, in fact, at the front of his base with the gold, wood, and deer all next to each other. This should be a juicy Yuck and Chapel drop, and it might allow him to boost up. But as you said, it's going to really come down to how much DauT wants to ramp up the aggression. I feel like with the way that he's generated, both these players generated, it feels like there are ways that the Delhi player can actually pin in B early on. But it's not as easy as some generations we get. I don't feel like B is up against a wall with nowhere to run. In fact, this generation looks like it's very generous for expansion for the HRE player.
Yeah, I think map generation in general looks fine for both, to be honest. The funny thing is, if B spawned where DauT did and DauT spawned where B was, it would be much better for both of them. Because if you look at the sacred sides, the middle one is very close to B. And then the relics are a bit closer to DauT. So it would kind of work out for both of them a little bit better. Now, DauT should have a free sacred side on the left. I think it's safe to say. That's going to be very hard for B to reach. Because it is quite far away from him. And then the middle one will be heavily contested. And B should maybe try to prevent the right side one, maybe with a wall or something. Just to make it harder for DauT to get that one.
Okay.
Oh, and we do see...
different.
Yeah.
Yep. Wow.
Yep.
Hey, mine work palace beam, but you just have to say it, yeah, like 3 times in this situation, right? We don't see it often. It's not going to be an Ark and Chapel play. B is going to be doing what we were talking about. He's going to be playing hard into that HRE aggression in the feudal.
Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. I haven't built this landmark once in all my games. Even when I was starting out the game, I never built it because I read what it does and I was like, this is just not good. And then I just never built it. So my thought process behind this landmark, right? Your upgrades are 25% cheaper. Okay, cool. But if you get the chapel, you're getting resources 40% faster.
Yeah.
Right? So you can just get resources faster and upgrade them anyway. Except you don't need to, throw all your eggs in one basket in the upgrades. You can actually mass produce units with the chapel. So I personally think that chapel is just better. There's no question about it. No matter what playstyle you want to go for. Because if you think about it, if you want to stay in feudal with HRE and just be aggressive, imagine being aggressive with any Civ, except you're getting resources 40% faster. You can produce an insane amounts of units. So, very interesting from B. I'm not sure how well it's going to work out. He is getting a lot of gold, by the way. 6 on gold.
Wow. It's a funky one, because I think the weird part about Minework Palace is, you read it, okay, cool. But, as you're saying, Ark and Chapel just juice all your people. And then also, if you think about it, where are you getting the most value out of Minework Palace? It's late age tech, right? It's not early game.
Yeah, you're only reducing very little in feudal, right, from the upgrades.
Yeah, it's a really baffling one. Like, and also, like, there's so many layers to this that feel weird. It doesn't reduce the cost in all blacksmiths, which feels funky as well. Also, like, this might be a viable landmark choice if it was 25% quicker research speed as well. But just the cost alone, it just feels like, as you said, the Archon Chapel juices up everything by 40%. And if you think about how many people could be working underneath an Archon Chapel, with this seed, you could easily have 40 workers, which means you're saving yourself 300 gold building prelates and also getting 3 additional villagers into your economy instead of having to build those prelates.
Yeah, so like you said, he is building prelates, right? So technically, you know, someone might look at this and say like, oh, but chapel is useless because you can just build 4 prelates and that's it. Well, yes, but then that's, you know, you basically killed your own villagers because you produce prelates instead of workers. And also you spend 300-400 gold on prelates, right? Which then in return doesn't save you any resources from the upgrades because you were forced to produce prelates. So I don't know.
It's funky.
I'm personally see 3 prelates, right? That's 300 gold. So is he saving any resources in that palace now? He's not. He probably paid more.
Yeah, especially when you like, if you think like, what's the average? I think a villager gathers about on average 40 resources per minute, right? So you have to like, you have to remove that for every like minute,
right?
In the like area.
The math doesn't check out.
It really doesn't.
I didn't sit down and do this on paper, but I can tell you the math does not check out on this, guys. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think Palace is like a cool idea, but maybe like you said, if the upgrades were also research faster or something, maybe that'd be cool. But
I think this is going to be an all-in man-at-arms ram rush. I really think that's what B's playing. You can see he's already actually researching the marching drills insanely early, so that'll somewhat address the horseman, which is a cool idea. But why not spears? It feels like this has to be because he's intending by like by 11 minutes, rather.
This is the StarCraft 2 thing. I think this is what he planned. He's like, I'm going to get the palace, I'm going to get the upgrades, and I'm going to rally across the map. And he sees the horsemen, but he's not adjusting. So I think he's just going to amass men at arms, and he's just going to go for it. I think that's his whole game plan at this point.
Do you ever think, like, in this situation, he's sitting there, and he's thinking about the Monument Palace, and his mind's like, this is actually really crap. But I'm going with it now, man. I'm like, in for a penny, in for a pound, right? Like, I mean, it's a sunken cost otherwise. Might as well just double down with a third Rax at 7.5 minutes in. He's looking for a crisp 11-minute timing here.
Yeah, another barracks coming up.
And DauT
I think he's just going to go for it.
DauT's pushing archers as well, which is surprising. He's seen man at arms, and he thinks that there's going to be spearmen coming out. He actually is like, there's no way he doesn't count on my horsemen, right? He's gonna build spears, but no. We look at these racks, we just see the same one unit being built out of any of them.
Yeah, so he's kind of like you said, he's going for it. But then again, I don't know how much DauT has played against this. I think I have played against this HRE thing once. And I don't even know what the best way to go about it is. Like, do you just keep making horsemen? But I feel like these men-at-arms probably beat horsemen too.
Yeah, you see them right now. They're clashing swords and they're coming out affected. The horsemen are just doing tickles of damage to these men-at-arms. And of course, with that upgrade, they move about the same speed as archers, but as soon as they're in charge mode, they're able to gap close, which means that these archers are not trading well at all. You can see that DauT has even brought skulls to the front to try and actually heal up any damage done to the horsemen, but as long as B can keep this sort of counter man at arms, it should be good for him. The problem I am seeing, however, is it feels like the count is not increasing, it's just decreasing, while DauT is continuously pushing out more units.
Yeah, they're kind of, super slow. He's just getting kited, and if he actually gets a couple of scholars here to start healing, not even to try capture, just to start healing, because these men-at-arms can't really finish off units. The units can literally just move away, slowly walk away, and suddenly it becomes super, super efficient fight for DauT. And like I said, B is just rallying units in, but they're slowly getting picked off. DauT, started to realize, oh, I can just pick them off one by one, and that way I just reduce their numbers a lot easier.
That being said, I feel like B, although it doesn't look like it when you look at the count on each side, if we look at the military side of things, it's a good trade. Like, he's killing more. And keep in mind, these horsemen aren't cheap, right? The man-at-arms, yes, they're pricey, but so are these horsemen being pushed out en masse by DauT.
Yeah, he's slowly running out of food, by the way. The deer have been harvested.
Oh, dear.
And he can actually go into the back farms, or back berries, sorry. but those will also be harvested pretty quickly with the prelate buffing them. And the amount of workers he has currently on food, which is 21, those will be super fast to just get completely destroyed.
And then when we look at the other side, DauT, of course, is getting that juiced up gather rate on the berry bushes. Afterwards, yeah, the deer are inferior, but they're sitting right there, and they're easy eco that can't be exploited. So yeah, he's going to be a lot more comfortable.
Sheep. He still has sheep under his TC. So B's current biggest problem is food. Because let's say he gets the berries in the back, and then the berries in the further back. Where do you go from there, right? You have to move away from your base, and then that is open for harassment with the horsemen. And you can't really defend your food sources with men-at-arms. By the way, I don't know if you see this, but there's 3 deer outside the wall of B's base that is just stuck on that side, kind of. So he actually will never get that, most likely.
No.
The villagers are going for... Oh, never mind, he pulls them back.
They look so confused. They're like, wait, why did we get migrated away?
I was surprised. I was like, how did he already completely just rinse all the deer? Like, it's so early in the game. But, oh, there we go. He only actually gathered from 4, and the 3 are still chilling there.
But, like, who pushed them? Because that's that's very far away from where the mill was, and the mill was right there.
I think when he tried to build the walls, they kind of ran away. By the way, B is stuck right now in his base. I think that's safe to say. And DauT has 2 sacred sites.
Well, not for long.
He's about to lose one, right? But he printed quite a lot of gold. If you look, he has 750 gold, and he's mining only with 2 workers. So he's gotten enough gold for castle. He just needs to get food up there, and he'll be in a very good position.
Yeah, most definitely. And he can easily come recap the sacred site. B did not spot the villagers. There would have been a lot of butchering going on there. His DauT was being extra greedy with his pocket eco here, courtesy of more berries than you could ever need, unless you are called Delhi, of course. And it looks like, wow, B's building a new mill.
Yeah, and I am shocked that the palace, not too great.
It's really had, like, next to no value. I mean, it saved him 150 wood and then maybe 100 gold. But as we said, with the amount of prelates in his eco. Also, like, before we even talk about the fact that, like, it's the quantity of prelates you have to build, also keep in mind, having all these prelates standing around in your different economy areas, that's exposed, like, value that can be extracted, right? Like, if these horsemen wanted, they could have ridden in, instantly sniped these prelates, and all of a sudden you're down 100 gold again. It just doesn't feel good in any way. Like, the only time I think Mine Whip Palace is good is if you, like, full-on... You have a very tight timing, and you need to be in building, like, rams outside your opponent's base by X minute, and you can't afford any additional seconds wasted.
Yeah, like he will be able to use those prelates to try get the relics. So that's something that's, you know, they're going to find their use, but I feel like long-term, it's just a lot of economy kind of rinsed. Oh, he's trying to block the
Oh my god, he blocks me! bold, but it pays off. This is actually, like, that's a cool idea to do as the HRE as well. Although not when you get wrapped on by the archers. Uh-oh. This is going to be some damage done. He just teched up as well. They both tech up, so DauT is keeping pace. And the archers have gone unnoticed. B, because he's chasing the horsemen away. He hasn't peeled back his villagers. He'll finally do it, but the damage done is catastrophic. Oh my god,
he loses the prelate there as well. He is picking up the relics, by the way. He picked up 2, and he's about to take the 3rd. And this build with the palace is about to become S++, and the palace will be the best landmark in the game. He just needs to put those relics inside. That's all. You just gotta get those in and start printing gold.
Just click once, then click again. It's easy. Well, I say that. Right. He gets sniped on the front. A wolf is chasing him on the back. It's not as easy as it seems at times. But nice move out by B just in time. He needs to address these archers because he can see what's coming. The stone walls are already being built up, so this will snowball. But he has to be fast because crossbows are now already being pushed out by DauT, which means he will have the answer to the man-at-arm spam, and B will need a transition. Good thing he prepped those stables in the back of his base for exactly this.
Yeah, he's going to go for Lancer transition. And if you look at the west side, he's getting the relic behind DauT's base. That guy's going on a long trip.
Wait, but he might get extra bang for... Oh, the villagers know. The villagers know. I mean, he could wall play this. If DauT is distracted in the center, he could maybe get it off. We'll see. Yeah, but you got to try for it, right? You've got to.
You would definitely go for it. And the thing is, I don't know if he's paying attention to it, but he should.
I mean, he's
Do
just
it.
attack clicking
Do
with
it.
a man at arms. He doesn't care. There it is. Whoa.
Uh-oh,
DauT, is he clicking through? Is he? He's going to
no.
notice. He's going to lose a few of them, I think. The villagers. Yep, he gets 5 of them as a
that's
peasant
5.
revolt. Oh, you'll
That's
take
pretty
that any day of the week. And now you can shiv down his scholar.
Wait, kill the horseman with the
Kill him.
villagers.
No, they're
Oh,
healing.
no, he's getting healed.
Oh, this is so painful. DauT will deny him this relic as he stabs him down finally. But at least he took a few villages away. That will slow down DauT's economy a little bit, and every little bit counts while you're gathering up those relics. And he did already bank free, right? So it's not like he's missing out on the maximum bang for buck that you get from the Regnitz Cathedral.
Yeah, I mean, again, still took 3 relics, got 5 villagers there. I'd definitely say 100 gold is worth 5 enemy villagers at this point in the game, especially versus Delhi. They don't go double, triple TC usually, so he's definitely got his worth. Now, not sure what B's plan is for these Stonewall Towers, because they're kind of slowly approaching his base, and there is nothing that can really kill them. He doesn't have siege engineering.
No. And he's
doesn't have
building
wood.
Langsneck as well, so it's like he's not solving it there. He's not really pushing new units out of his stables. Yeah, this is weird.
Yeah. So he's producing those, I would assume, because he has a lot of gold and he has no other resources, and they are very cheap. They only
true.
cost 60 food, right? They're 100 gold, but when you got too much gold, they are very cheap to make. So, yeah, his unit count just doesn't seem that great. I don't know if he's forgotten about the stables, or I missed it, but I haven't seen any knights on the field.
Well, the good news about the Langsneck is they can at least be useful against what's coming in, right? Which is an amassment of crossbows. The crossbows, of course, don't get bonus damage against the Langsneck, even though they're low health. So if you can just get in there and you swing your sword a few times, boom, the whole crossbow division just disappears. So that might be a cute play that he could look towards. I mean, you don't have the power of the Delhi where you can just force march and instantly be on top of them. But there isn't really an answer to the Langsneck as it stands. However, there isn't an answer to this. We already mentioned it. The Stonewalls have not been addressed, and they're getting worse. They're getting worse.
Okay. He's doing the side wall.
Hey, you never know. You might get flanked, right? Got to cover all angles of approach. This is some SEAL Team 6 logic right here. Check your corners.
Yeah, B right now is with half the supply. I feel like this is this is what the games look like, I think. When you have a plan, but you don't know what happens when it goes wrong, right? He had a plan and it was looking great, and now when the plan didn't work out, like DauT is literally building stone walls next to his TC guys. So it's looking very, very bad. And if I was DauT, I would probably be a little bit scared, like, wait, what is happening? Where are his units? Because there's nothing next to his TC. So he's going to take a different approach and probably start walling off this wood line and building stone wall towers there.
Not just that, he's actually sneaking in some Langsneck right now. This is a very ambitious... I think this is a pathfinding problem. I think they were meant to go for the berry bushes on the back. Instead, they are trying to pretend that they are Delhi as they run straight into the primary base. If he could just get a few swings, that would have been high value, but unable to do so.
I think he's clicked on the deer there next to TC because they instantly started attacking workers when they arrived.
Okay, that's a bit funky there. I mean, his man-at-arms is at least going to clean house on his own on the other side, but I think maybe they were meant to be there originally just to snipe down a few villies. I think the biggest issue right now is DauT is recalling a Delhi HRE game in this series already, and he's paranoid that his opponent might still come back, even with this much oppression. It's why he can never let up.
Yeah, he's just building stonewall towers everywhere, and the workers on the farms are dying to the tower in the middle of his base. He has 2 horsemen on the right, making sure the berries aren't gathered. And yeah, this is where he has to build... Oh, never mind, he cancels it. He had a mill going next to the deer pack, but he just runs away.
My god, these villagers. These villagers are still chasing DauT's crossbowmen. And they're dealing damage. Like, they are actually stabbing them down pretty quick with 8 damage per stab. But it looks like he spotted the bad news. A Mangonel is being built. There's a siege workshop on the front from DauT. This is where you have to address it and address it fast.
Yeah. It's looking pretty rough. Like, DauT is definitely, receiving some damage from B here and there, like losing workers. But the thing is for B, like, how do you actually get out of this situation where there's these towers everywhere?
Well, step one is not letting DauT do this. The keep that he's about to drop right next to the base. Now, B...
The DauT keep is going up, guys, I'm telling you.
But B has 7 Langs next, so this really is going to be a DauT keep. He needs to be careful. The damage being done, each swing of the sword, you can see how quickly the health is going to drop, and that means your crossbow are in danger as well. They have to keep running away. Mangonel's going to come out, shots coming out under B's peasant line as he tries to drop his own keep, but needs to be careful. He needs to peel these back. Textiles will protect you from a secondary shot, but not a third. Max deck in.
Yeah, the DauT keep did not work out in the end there.
This is what we've come to expect over time. And the Langs deck are causing so much anarchy, the damage they're doing. And that buys enough time. So keep will go down. B gets some breathing room, much needed in fact. And all of a sudden, DauT is going to have to put the brakes on and rethink and assess his situation.
Yeah, B is actually killing reinforcements with 3 units, and B and DauT doesn't notice. Like, they're just getting killed the moment they spawn.
Wow. You have to question how long that's going to go. B also not slowing down the food. You can see he's finally shifted out to the back. And he is going to be gathering from these berry bush lines, so he's not going to starve out anytime soon. He says, DauT, if you want to kill me, bud, you're going to actually have to get a knife out and come and do the business yourself.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, DauT is bleeding so many more units than he should. He put the relic in keep, by the way, which is
yeah, that's what
nice.
I was about to say. That's a big one. For those that don't know what this does, you can see the details. It basically juices up your keep or outpost, whatever you put it in, to do absurd amounts of damage. It buffs all of its stats, and of course, still generates gold.
Yeah, I feel like this game, B was kind of dead a long time ago, but he's still holding in, just because of his little run-bys that went into the food, went to the tree line, did a, run by here, run by there. And now the Mangonel is slowly hitting at the TC. It's going to be very, very hard to actually defend that and hold.
You say that. HRE, emergency repairs. you know how this one works. Just heal 3,000 damage.
I don't think I've seen him use it on any building, and I am one of those people that forgets all the time.
I would
lose a TC, and I'm like, oh man, like if I didn't lose TC there, I would have won. And someone's like, you didn't use emergency repair. I'm like, right.
Yep.
HRE has that ability, right?
I've commented that so many times. I'm like, they've forgotten again, haven't they? It's like there's other ones, like Pavis is another one. Like, you never use it, so you forget it's there. And there's certain situations where it's actually very useful for the French. There's just so many abilities that because they're not, regulated, they don't seem powerful outright. They just completely get forgotten about. Oh, Knight's moving out. Mangonel, they might get burnt down. Crossbow's moving across. But I think that's at least one of the Mangonels that's going to fall. Maybe even 2 at this rate with 3 Knights here. It looks like he's going to back away before the crossbowman can finish him off.
Yeah, the keep's going down. There's a trebuchet doing damage. And again, B is doing these run-bys, and he's killing a bunch of workers from DauT. And honestly, B probably has equally right now by quite a bit, because their worker counters are almost similar. Yeah. But he has 3 relics. And yes, B has sacred sites, but he has actually lost 2 of them now. Or DauT has 2 sacred sites.
Yeah, and then DauT also, he's so fixated on the Stonewall Tower on the back, he'll get it up, but B's going to try and counterattack it straight away with all the villagers. No hesitation, just instantly invest the entire worker force in burning it down. Not really an effective tool, as you can see. A lot of them are just being butchered.
Yeah, once again, these guys having a super, super messy game. Like I said, they both have their unique takes, right? The unique styles on the game. And when those kind of styles match up against one another, you kind of get games like these where I'm like, I'm building a keep in your base. It's like, no, I'm building a keep to defend your keep. Well, I actually have 2 trebuchets already, and I'm pulling workers to kill your... And it's like, it just kind of all over the place with the towers and everything. And B has 2 siege workshops, by the way, but I'm not sure if he has produced anything out of them yet.
He rolled one spring. Yeah, I think that's literally all he's built so far. I think that he got slowed down when he pulled all those. Oh no!
The villagers.
The villagers, no!
Are you stuck, step villager? Yep, they are.
Oh no!
That's 9 villagers gone.
That's like, you just all chat. You're like, DauT, make this fair, bro. Just delete the wall. Just please delete the wall. That is such a big hit.
So he's going to need to build... Oh, he's getting siege engineering just to build a ram to kill.
Oh my god. Hey, Minework Palace. Value right there, Beastie. Okay, he saved resources.
Yeah.
Couldn't have done that with Arkan Chapel.
I just want to point out one thing. So he's had like 3-4 prelates, right? But they actually weren't inspiring anything this whole time.
Oh my.
Because his villagers were taking so much damage that they kept
Oh my
healing the
God.
whole time. So
In
the
fairness,
40% buff didn't actually buff anything. But
that's just,
here we have the printer coming.
There it is. I was going to say, in fairness, up to this point, it's been saving a few villagers, right? Healing up that 75 health as he did get textiles. Now, however, yeah, they just need to be inspiring. Like, you don't care. If a villager dies, you mourn him for 2 seconds, and then you just construct another one. You know, just there's a factory line that's being built right now in that palace, and it will churn out so many villagers. You have to question whether DauT has done enough damage to feel confident about his place in this game.
Wait, did DauT...
Uh-oh.
You see that tower above Palace of Swabia? He built a tower on the wrong side.
Yeah, he did.
That doesn't shoot.
It's
You're like, the tower has to be facing where you want to do. So he's just getting burned down. Wait, is he gonna kill that Springald? No.
yeah. This is just drunk DauTing. It's fine.
Okay,
Meanwhile,
all right.
B has been doing some assassination. These Langstack, they rolled around the back, and they have been sniping down the villagers one by one. DauT hasn't been reacting. He'll finally peel a few back, but the only thing being peeled off now is their skin, as they're just being cut down one by one, and that means B is going to escalate. Like we said, he's printing villagers, and DauT is burying him. Burying his own.
He's not using the emergency repair, I'm telling you.
Oh my God, no, come on!
And he goes down.
Hey, Beastyqt, it's fine. It's fine, man. Like, he doesn't need this
It's fine,
TC.
he has the printer. Yeah,
Exactly.
Who cares about TC?
That is an expensive town center. All right, that costs, wait, 50 food for a villager? I mean, come on, these are peasants. We send them out to work in fields. They ain't worth that.
HRE is like when you have those old Nokias, like flip-flop phones, and then you get a smartphone, that's Palace of Swabia. Like, who cares about this old thing? This is not even going to use it. Look, he's like, I'm losing workers? That's fine, I'm just printing them anyway. Look at this, coming out like ants.
That's fine. I mean, the rate of fire a crossbow, by the time they kill one villager, you built another one. Who cares? You know?
Wait, he got his unit stuck on the other wall. Do you see that?
Oh my God! 8 Langstack this time. Oh my God, he's still got the 9 villagers on the other wall. This is just a museum where you can go and look at all the brilliant things that HRE can build.
And B, because he has no units, he's just going with workers to kill these trebuchets, and DauT is not moving them at all.
Cannon fodder! Trebuchets are just gonna burn. Nothing you can do against the might of the HRE peasant division. Oh my good God. Well, at least the Langstack will be freed sometime in the next century as one battering ram is slowly getting through the wall. This game is... I just can't even...
Yeah, the ram is trying so hard to free this guy.
It's like, don't worry, guys. You'll be out in Czech's timeline. 18th century, maybe? Somewhere around there.
Oh, God. I mean, they're out soon, and you know, that's it. I mean, how much army does he have? There's 23 armies, so getting the 8 units from there, that's going to be quite good for him, actually. Quite a big boost to his army size.
That's true, especially when you consider that 2 of his army are sprinkled, right? So this is basically half of his army stuck on a wall, and now they're free.
Oh,
Run
here
free,
we go.
little Langstack.
DauT is not going to expect this. He's going to be like, whoa, where did those come from? I thought you had 3 units, but actually you have 11.
I mean, how do you even win this anymore? You just GG out at this stage, right? If DauT can get all his troops off your walls, the game is over. But he's still got to free his peasants. Of course, that was less priority because he's built them so fast, but the Langstack are not lasting long at all. They get shredded instantly.
Wow, they actually got melted. That keep was in range, so they just did so much damage to him. And B right now trying to free his villagers.
I mean, who cares about them? See, this kind of weighs it up, right? Like, he didn't build a battering ram when it was just villagers up there. No,
nope.
that's a wall of nope.
No.
Just this coughing and spluttering of blood as you try to finish the sentence. So yeah, he's gonna call it. I mean, this game, what a roller coaster of randomness. It finally comes to a close, and we will finally get a point on the board for DauT as he does secure the 4th game and make it 3-1.
Wow. That was
Memology 101 right there, I think is the way to find that one.
We had step villagers, step units stuck, We had Keep, DauT Castle going up,
Mhm.
or not, I guess. We had it. We had it all.
Yep. Don't forget emergency repairs. Like that's another one.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We had those, right.
Plenty of interesting highlights. I mean, this series, like, we kind of expected this. Let's be real. Like, to an extent, we expect this. We said that B is this interesting player. He comes with these unorthodox strategies and these funky ways of looking at the game, and this is what you get. This is what you get when you put this man in the arena. You expect the anarchy